Okay, welcome home to sunshine, my dear earth signs. As you can see, we are outside today. I'm gonna sit by this tree. I'm sitting on a nice mossy cushion. And yeah, I'm gonna read for you. So this is now my first video for earth signs. So I just want to sort of help you understand some of the influences energetically that is, working in our lives right now so we can be our best selves, make the best decisions, and get this life. So I'm gonna pull 5 cards, and I use the Visconti, the Carrie Yale Visconti specifically for this. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna clarify with the Rider-Waite Pamela Coleman Smith. As always, shout out Pamela Coleman Smith, Pixie. We love you. Thank you. And then I'm going to do just a quick little reading for Virgo and for Taurus and for Capricorn, just to really sum it up and just personalize it a little bit more. Okay, so here goes. So I shuffled these already and I just choose the cards. I just go where my heart tells me to and we choose. So let's do this. So we got 5 cards here. And how I like to do this is I take the center card and read that one, and then I get the 2 on the edges and sort of balance it out. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so what do we have? Let's see. The Lovers in reverse. Okay. And the 4 of Cups. And in the middle we have, whoa, the Ace of Cups. Okay, wow. And then the other side, whoa, so many cups, so much love. Whoa, and the Magician. So, okay, so we're starting off with the Lovers in reversed, the 4 of Cups in reverse. In the middle, we have the Ace of Cups upright, and then over here we have the 5 of Cups reversed and the Magician in reverse. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm getting with this kind of pile that you've been, sorry, I think because I'm sitting on the ground, sometimes it feels like shit, like I got bitten, okay, basically I just got bit in the butt by something. It's either a spiky blade of grass or a bug. I don't know. Okay, so I digress. So we have the Lovers in reverse. So where are you putting your love into? So this whole spread is so much cups and so much love. So where have you been putting your love? Have you been putting it into yourself? Or have you been putting it into others? Or into things? Or into work? And where... Okay, basically, where have you putting your love? I feel like you haven't been loving yourself enough. This is why the card is in reverse. I know it's crazy times for all of us, and I know that my earth signs are always a rock for people. You're the stable one. People come to you because you're always so grounded and so solid. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, y'all know what I mean. You're a pillar. You know what I mean? You're a pillar. Your roots are deep. So what I'm trying to say is I feel like you've just been putting too much of your energy into other things, into other people, and basically just been putting too much of your energy outside of yourself. And that has slowly, started to wear you down and deplete that beautiful energy that you have. And it's cliche and you hear it a lot, but you hear it a lot because if it's true, if you're not taking care of yourself first and if you're not loving yourself first, then you don't have energy to give to anything else. And eventually, if you continue on that cycle, you're just going to deplete yourself and then you're really fucked, and then it's just hard. And since you're such a pillar of strength for so many people, I don't even need to go into individually how you are because you know it. You're such a pillar of strength for your family, for your friends, for your community. People are always going for you, to you, always um, asking for your help and asking for your advice and just even wanting to be around your energy because it's so calming and so grounded. Despite how you may be feeling, your energy is like that, and that's part of the reason why people gravitate to you, because a lot of people need that in their lives, especially right now. And so, and the Four of Cups, we can act that out right now. I can sit like this, the tree's behind me, and I can be looking over here like, and there's a beautiful cup being presented behind me, which is Pow. Pow Boom is this Ace of Cups. And when you're so focused because you are dutiful, and I know that you give yourself, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, basically what I'm just trying to say is you always are there to give. You're always giving yourself with pleasure, It's just an innate duty, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually selflessly, that's the word I'm looking for. You selflessly give yourself all of the time. And because you've been in that energy of selflessly giving to yourself, you have kind of lost sight of this beautiful, I hope you can see this card, how beautiful this card is, and how beautiful this cup is, and how beautiful your love and your energy is. And once you just start diverting that into yourself, so much is going to change. And just why not try it out, and you're only going to be able to become stronger for the people that you love and the people that you want to help. You only fortify yourself because this is your life, and this is part of the reason why you're here, is to be that pillar of strength and that pillar of support for people. And once you get into this cycle, and once you learn how to really feed yourself with that love, it's going to be like unstoppable how much you can give and how much you can help people and how much you can basically like change the world, and really bring about heaven on earth, age of Aquarius, and that is so beautiful. Like, that energy of just selflessly giving and just being there for people all the time is so beautiful. And thank you for doing that. Thank you for being that way. Thank you for being so strong and so supportive and so loving and just so solid. Thank you for being so solid. People really need that energy, and it can be thankless at times, but it is so beautiful. Anyway, so the Ace of Cups, this beautiful cup, is in the middle. So once you really start directing that love into yourself, over here we have the Five of Cups in reverse, meaning that you release the things and patterns that really don't serve you. And I think that you'll really come to realize that sometimes, you are giving yourself to things and that you really are detrimental to you. And a lot of the times when you're giving yourself, and I just need to say that giving is not about what you're going to get in return. And I know that, and you know that, and that's not what we're talking about. But you do find that some straight up, sometimes things are just a waste of your energy and really don't serve you. So you're finding and you're realizing what those things are in your personal life, and you're no longer feeding into that. So you can have more love to give to the things and the people and the causes, whatever, what have you, that you really care for. And that only just creates more love around, and that's just beautiful. And the Magician in reverse, it's reverse, but that's all right. That's just telling me that finally you're really like stepping into your power and realizing your role and really consciously caring for your energy and caring about where you feed your energy into, so you can create more of that energy, so you can boost yourself up, so you can become stronger and create the things that you want, bring the things that you want into you, create the type of life that you want, really help and serve others on your unique terms. Because when you're in that energy and when you're serving on your terms, that's when you serve the best, and that's when you have the best things to give, the most love and the best and the most energy, the most I shouldn't say, yeah, I could say that, the most energy and the most focused, solid energy. And that's when it really, really, really aligns. And that's when you're really, really living in your power. My God. Okay. So I'm going to clarify this reading, and then I'm going to go into the individual ones. Okay. So let's get a clarifier for the first pile we have, which is the Lovers and the Four of Cups. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for being here with me. I can feel you out here. I can feel you because I'm sitting on Mother Nature and you are the earth. You know, like it's nice. It's really, really nice, and it's such a pleasure to tap into this energy, and like, you know, it's really, really a joy and an honor and a pleasure. Okay, so let's get a card here. You can see them before I can. So what do we got? Yes, we have the Seven of Pentacles, right? You're reevaluating. You're like, what am I doing? What do I need to change? What do I like? What do I want to keep? What really isn't working and what's working? And then taking action towards the direction of your heart and your truth. Yeah. And it's right, Earth, Pentacles, Earth. He's gardening. Like, what are you, you're taking a look at your garden and being like, well, maybe I can shift this. Maybe this would be better over here. Maybe I don't need to grow this anymore. Maybe I really need to grow this because this is what I love. And I don't really like this thing, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay, so let's get a second one. Honestly, I love, this is, side note, this is why I love tarot. This is why I love the magic of tarot. We have the Five of Cups here. We have the Five of Cups here in two different decks. This is really bringing home this energy that you're walking away. You're walking away from what does not serve you, what is not helping you, what is depleting you, what is bringing you down, what do you not need to do or bother with anymore. And you're finally realizing that, and it hurts. Like, it's, when you really like realize the things maybe that you have been putting your energy into that just hasn't been good, and you start to realize that how you've actually been hurting yourself the whole time because you're doing that actually is really painful. But it's just necessary, and only when we allow ourselves to really feel that do we actually really heal that. Rhyme, and that's so beautiful. And so, okay, I love the numerology here. So let's see. So 7 and 5 is 12, and then 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 is a number of creating. Like, what are you doing? And what are you creating? What do you want to do? What do you want to grow? Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so let's see what clarifies the Ace. This beautiful Ace. Yes. Love that. Love that. More pentacles, right? The 8 of Pentacles. So what are you working on? What would you like to work on? So now it's like we have the 7 and the 8. So now that you've reevaluated, it's over. It's game on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's over now. Now it's new. You're focused. You know what you need to do. You're working on it and you're loving it. You know what I mean? Like, this is clarifying the cups, and this type of work only feeds your soul, only feeds your purpose, and it just serves you in the most highest, most beautiful way when you're doing the things, bugs on me, when you're doing the things that you need to do and you got your head down and you're working. Oh my God, okay. Now let's clarify this part here, which was the Five of Cups in reverse and the Magician. Yeah. The Five of Wands, like kind of another five of, you know, this is kind of just like a stagnancy. Because, you know, when you're kind of in that energy of being a bit disappointed and really like feeling shitty about yourself, or maybe even like beating yourself a little bit up, or beating yourself up a little bit about what you have been doing wrong, and what you have been doing. Nothing's wrong. It's only a learning journey. You can't progress, you know? And this five really goes along with this other five, because I'll just show this card again, because, you know, you're walking away, you're releasing, and you're getting out of this energy of this stagnation, because when you're putting too much of yourself into things that aren't working, or when you're doing something, but like in the back of your mind, you know, it doesn't really work and it's not serving you, you can't really like grow, and you can't really like progress on to the next level, and you kind of stay a little bit stuck, and you know, and that's just kind of reiterating that you're getting past that, and you're just really realizing that just is not helpful, and that you're really like in the end so much happier, and you function so much better, and like the sun comes out every day when you're not in that blah energy. Okay, so we got another one. Fuck, right? Yes, yes, yes. So this is, it's reversed, but that's fine. All that is saying that this change, and this fire, and this will to grow, and to really do justice and do good to yourself, do good by yourself, is because you've released this energy, you've released this five, this stagnancy, this disappointment, this blah energy that just kind of weighs you down. You've released that, and so now you're free. Oh my cards! That's the thing about being outside. Oh, they blow away sometimes. Wait, I almost forgot. Sorry, guys. I had these in my pocket, so let me just put these down on the card so they don't blow all over the place. Okay. Reach over and get this one. So yeah, this is saying that it's just after you've gotten out of this energy, it's this beautiful reset and rebirth, and you're starting again, and you're just, you know, you picked yourself back up, and you're on this journey, and because you're putting your energy into things that truly serve you, and things that really align with you, and things that you love, well, I mean, what I'm trying to say, it'll only lead you to more things that you love that you can never imagine. Like, it only like leads to more and more, and a more renewed sense of purpose, and a renewed sense of energy and growth, because you're just doing what you are meant and destined. You're doing justice by yourself, you're doing right by yourself, and you're just treating yourself really, really good. You're treating yourself real nice. Oh my God, I love this. Okay, so now I'm gonna do 2 cards for Virgo, 2 cards for Capricorn, and 2 cards for Taurus. Okay, so let's refine this message for Virgo. Okay, let's see here. Virgo, let's see. So we have these two here for Virgo. So we have, okay, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh, this is just like such a release. In the reading I just did for air signs, this came up before, and I told them that when I see this card, this line always comes into my head, and it's, the calls are coming from the inside of the house. Like, the calls are coming from the inside of the house. And I have to say it in that voice for some reason. So the calls are coming from the inside of the house, but no more are you affected by that, because you're well aware of what role you've been playing, and you're I'm trying to talk too fast. Okay, hold on. And you're well aware of what kind of thoughts and patterns that you have been, bug bite, that you have been weighed down by and kept up at night and basically tortured by. You know, you're aware of that now. We have all this release. We have these fives, and oh my God, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So now this leads to getting on that horse. Earth, Pentacles, right? And it might be slow, but who fucking cares about time? This is showing me that, like, don't, and another thing I just heard, do not beat yourself up about timing, and don't try and put yourself into a box with expectations, and this should be, Virgo, this needs to take this long, and if it doesn't, then I judge myself and all that kind of shit. Like, no. It's a personal thing. It's something, the divine timing, personal timing, and you've got to respect that. And so you're back on the horse. You're back on the horse. You are on your journey. Who cares how long it takes? Like, don't even pay attention to that, because that's just more mind traps that are only going to upset you and hold you down, and just bring back that energy of stagnancy. So this is, you're on your horse, you're on your way to creating what you really truly need and what you love. And now that you're aware of these things, like, forget it. Once you're on that horse, no one's gonna fucking knock you off. Try and knock off an earth sign from anything, like, stubborn. No, like, it's done. It's over. This is beautiful. You're on your way. You're on your way, and you are enjoying your journey. And you know, if the journey's a little bit slower, does that not only invite you to enjoy it more? It's not like, you know, the Knight of Swords, where it's just like whoosh, happens so fast, and it's like disorienting. You're like, oh my God, how did I get here? But this one is like, you're going to enjoy and savor every step of the journey, of the way, because you can appreciate all of those things, and you're capable of appreciating all, Virgo, of appreciating all those fine details and nuances, and that, yeah, and isn't that beautiful? That's a blessing. That's truly a blessing to have the, what shall I say, the perception available to you to really appreciate the tiniest minute of details. All right, that's beautiful. Now Capricorn. So first one, Five of Swords, so much fives. And the second one we have, oh my God, it's neat doing these readings, because you can see, like, there's just like the overall patterns that we're all going through. Like, we're way more alike than we think sometimes. Okay, so with the Five of Swords in reverse, so you're like, okay, Capricorn, like, what have I been putting my energy into? What have I been putting my mental energy into? What have I been fighting with? What have I been said ramp, the Jamaican. What have you been warring? Like what have you been needlessly fighting? And of course you're always going to win. You know what I mean? You're always going to be able to exert over others, you know, and you're always going to be capable of winning. But then sometimes you realize, you're like, what's the point? You know, I may have walked away successful, but like, what price have I paid? And what have I been doing lately that's just, I'm just going to say it is below you. Like, what have you been doing that you don't need to do? And what kind of petty shit have you been into that just does not, I'm going to say it again, does not serve? It's so important. What kind of petty bullshit have you been caught up in, willingly caught up in, participating in. That's just really like, in essence, a waste of time, a waste of your energy, and really doesn't help the situation at all, you know? And once you really get clear, and it sounds like you've already, because it's reversed right now, so that's telling me that this isn't really a current thing, that you're really like realizing all of these things and being like, oh, and that has seriously caused Tower in reverse, like this. Tower in reverse. This has caused this inner tower moment, which is amazing, because that's just an opportunity to wipe the slate clean, to just start again and just get centered, get straight, get clear, so you can just move, so you can keep moving, so you can keep doing what you do, because I know you got plans and you got a mission and you know what you want to do. But sometimes when you just get caught up in this petty shit, it only like negates what you're trying to do, and it only like, shall I say, slows the process back, slows it down, and it just, you know, and it just starts to weigh you down over it. But it's cool, because you're no longer participating in that type of thing, and you have this tower moment. You're fresh, you're clear, your energy is renewed, you know, and you're like, fuck it, fuck this, what the fuck, no, you're not doing this anymore. Like, it's petty, man, it's beneath you, and I'll remind you of that, beneath you. You no longer have to, you're just no longer doing it. I don't think I can say any more about that, man. But what I can say is, it's beautiful that you have this tower energy, you know? It's beautiful, because this is a new thing. And now you can go off, you can continue on those plans, which are meticulously thought out and thorough, and they're big, man. Like, I can feel like you've got some big plans. And there's a lot of shit that you want to do, and it's going to take a lot of your energy. It's ambitious. And you can do it. You can fully do it. I do not need to tell you that, but maybe I can remind you of it. Beautifully ambitious. And wait. That's just a little prayer for you, that I support what you're doing. I believe in what you're doing. And I think it's beautiful, your ambitious plans, man. So just go on with it. I got a little scattered there, but I think you know what I mean. Okay, now I'm going to do Taurus. Last but least, oh my God, did I just say that? Last but not least, Taurus. Now let's do Taurus. Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. All right, Taurus. So like, this Queen of Swords is telling me that there's been some like some thoughts or some situations that you've been dealing with that have been that you've been unable to work through, because they've been clouded by your emotions. And you know, so often the thoughts that we have trigger certain emotions and bring up certain emotions. And then when we really like fall into that pool, and I know, Taurus, like once you get there, it's hard, man. It's like, you know, once you start wallowing, it's hard to get up. It's hard to get up, because you do feel so deeply, and you feel like the depth of your feeling is deep. And it's all encompassing. And that type of thing can really like cloud your judgment. And it can be harder to get yourself out and to lift yourself out of this energy. And it only leads to pity parties. You know what I mean? Like wallowing in the muck too much, man. And when you're wallowing in the muck, you can't really see clearly, and you can't make the proper decisions that you need to get yourself out of the muck and to raise yourself up, so you no longer So you no longer have to actually like spend time in the muck to really get the lesson, you know what I mean? Like we all have to do it. We all have to be in the muck. We all have to have a pity party like it's necessary, right? It's all necessary. But after so long and after so many pity parties, you don't need to spend as much time in that energy. So with the Hanged Man in reverse next to this is really telling me that you're kind of over it, and you're kind of realizing like what I've been saying, and you are dropping off that tree and you're getting yourself out, because Lord knows, Taurus the bull, excuse me, Lord knows that you are strong. Bull, man, you carry weight, you're strong, and no matter how deep you get in that muck, you'll always be able to pull yourself up. Always be able to. No matter what, you always will be able to. You're resilient. You're so resilient. And now you are dropping off of that tree. You're like, oh no, I realize this. I realize like what, how, or not what, but you're really starting to realize like how your emotions have been clouding your ability to get out of this stagnant energy. What's been holding you back? Like, let's not forget that Ace of Cups is like the anchor of this reading, this self-love, and that is what the energy is. That's what you can rely on. That is what's steadfast. That is what is always there to help you. And the more you realize that, the more self-love you cultivate. You can never, like, it's endless, it's infinite, the amount. And the more self-love you cultivate, the more, what am I trying to say? The more powerful, I suppose, that you will be. And now that you're dropping off, you're back in the game. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You're back in the game, right? With this Ace of Wands that came up earlier. You're back in the game, Taurus. You're creating what you want to create with this Magician that came up earlier, and you're basically like unstoppable. And even extra unstoppable now that you've learned a lesson. You've learned a lesson about wallowing in pity parties and like what you don't need to bother with anymore. So yeah, you have a pity party, but maybe it only lasts like a minute or two or a day or two instead of like a month, you know? And now you are out. You're ready to just really step into your power. You're really ready to step into your power. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing for earth signs. My God, this is so beautiful. There's so much cups and so much love, and like, be proud of yourself. My God, it hasn't been easy by any means, but it's worth it. And I know that you feel that, and I know that you feel that all of this bullshit, all of this pity partying, and all of this icky energy and all of this shit has been necessary, and it has been worth it, because now you're propelling like Ace of Wands, the Magician, the Ace of Cups. Like, these are so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I'm so excited for what you're gonna do, where you're gonna go. And thank you again for being pillars and being so strong and being a strength for so many people, you know. And you will only just become better versions of yourself because of all of this. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this. I really hope this has been helpful. I love you. I love you, Virgos. I love you, Capricorns. I love you, Taurus. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. For watching this video. Thank you so much. And this is so exciting, and this is so positive. So love always. Right? Thank you so much. Okay, I just want to show you all the cards on the table so you can kind of get an idea of what I was looking at. So This was the Virgo pile right here, and this was Capricorn, and this was Taurus, and these were the cards that came up at the beginning of the reading. So this is just so you can get a little visual. All right.